Hey YouTube, time for another drive time. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Senate hearings that I was at last night. This one is going to be about House Bill 1226, which is concealed carry on the college campuses. So I thought it was really interesting because as it starts out, the sponsoring senator, authoring senator, kind of reads through the bill, kind of to let everybody know what it's about, yada, yada, yada. And then right afterwards, the senators get to make some statements. So I don't remember which one it was, but one of the two Republican senators asked the question of, has there been any issues with concealed carry holders on college campuses in Colorado at all? And the sponsoring senator replied, I don't know the answer to that. So then the Republican senator then turns around and says, has there been any issues with concealed carry holders nationally, across the country? And the sponsoring senator again says, I don't know the answer to that. So then the Republican senator turns around and says, well, I hope your witnesses have become more prepared than you, because we're not supposed to create legislation to address problems that don't exist. This is a waste of taxpayer money to address something that has not been a problem, and we should not be doing this. We should not be here discussing this bill. I thought that was really interesting. Very cool statement by him. I'll see if I can figure out which senator said that and put it in the comments below. But so that's how it started out, and then they went through their quote-unquote expert witnesses and whatnot. And one of the things that gets me the most about that testimony when I was watching it was one of the opposing testimonies was a rape victim that went to a Nevada college. And she tells her story. The rape happened in 8 minutes it took. She could see the college police station from where she was laying on the ground. She could see the cop cars there, but they were all gone for the night. And then she talked about things that had been implemented to try and prevent these things, call boxes and all that other kind of stuff. And she went through the list of those things and said how each one of them failed her, and that being the law-abiding citizen she did not carry her handgun that she was licensed to carry because the college had a rule against it. And then she ended her testimony by asking the question of how her being disarmed protects them, looking at the Senate committee. And then that Republican senator again asked her to repeat that question. So she repeated the question, and he looked at her square in the face and said, we are not here. This legislation does not help protect us. This legislation is designed to make the students attending the college and the teachers that are at the college feel safe. And he emphasizes the word feel. He said all the previous testimony was based around the need to feel safe, which apparently trumps your right to defend yourself. And I'm sorry for that. That's what the Republican senator said. It was awesome. I loved it. It was, you could almost, there was so much tension in the room for the people that were sitting there wanting to explode in applause at that statement. It was magnificent. And then it was ruined by one of the Democratic senators. She starts to say, oh, it was such a tragic story, I'm so sorry. And then she says, but I hate to say it, but the statistics don't support you. If you'd had your gun, it wouldn't have helped you. You wouldn't have been able to use it. He probably would have overpowered you and taken it away from you and used it against you. And then she quoted some statistic about how, women that are raped, if they have a gun, 4 out of 5 times it's used against them to kill them. And I don't know where she got the statistic from or whatnot, but she just belittled this rape victim on the floor with absolutely zero respect in her comments. It was almost appalling. And I can guarantee you that if one of the Republican senators had done that to one of the witnesses testifying in support of the bills about, the gun violence they experienced, it would have been all over the front page news. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, but so if you think about it, go online and Google Colorado Senate hearing 1220, whatever that one was. I don't remember off the top of my head. It just slipped my mind. The concealed carry on college campus. And you could probably find the video of that senator asking the question or responding to her, saying that the statistics don't support her. It was horrible. So I just turned into the sun, so you guys are all blinded now. But so that's my drive time. That was another just really interesting hearing, and the hypocrisy, the lack of respect from the Democrats, senators. It just really just kind of disheartens you about the whole legislative process. So go Google it, take a look, see if you can find the video footage. They're very, very interesting to watch, and it'll kind of educate you on the process, as corrupt and bad as our process here in Colorado is. So that's my drive time. Again, write your senators. Make sure that you are taking action. Don't sit down. Don't stay inactive. Become active and just aggressively pursue, and let them know how you feel about all of this legislation. So thank you for all you guys' support, all the subscribers. I really appreciate it. Please share the channel. And well, that's it. God bless our military service members, past and present. Keep your powder dry, folks. Take care.